Hello, commanders, and welcome to a new episode of the Rise of the Indonesian Empire series. Our war versus New Zealand was a guaranteed win as we bombarded it to hell with our naval officer. This war has cost us one cruiser. It was a good cost for one war versus a decent enemy. The thing is, this decent enemy had a lot of troops in his homeland, but he did not move. No reaction at all. This is Kazakhstan. He is eating too much lands there. I'm back on top of the leaderboard as I conquered New Zealand and most of Mongolia. This made me again the first one in victory points above France and Italy. The thing is that Kazakhstan, he took too much land there. Too much lands, which is a little bit annoying, you know? Well, I'm tempted to go for Russia later on. And because Russia is inactive and it might be a good asset to get access direct to Europe through the north. We will see the development of events. Meanwhile, as soon as Mongolian war is finished, Red Dragon was a huge success there as we conquered all of Mongolia with zero costs. Now, I will fortify my defenses with India. They're in the city of Naypyidaw, our borders in Myanmar. You never know whenever India will declare war on us because he is highly unexpected. Before we had some history together, so this gives me an idea that I shouldn't trust him. I shouldn't really rely on this right-of-way status or rely on this peace pact status. This is why I need to be well prepared for war. I need to be well prepared on the borders, well fortified. We reached day 29 solo with Indonesia. So here we need to be smart. I noticed that Sri Lanka is untaken, which is an AI city, just down and south of India, which is going to be a strategic place for an airfield there in Sri Lanka. It can be a base of operations if we will declare war on India. One of our followers, a very smart follower, he said, I am going hard on my electronics production, which is true. Nice remark there. My electronics production is exhausted because I'm making attack helicopters, mobile SAM launchers, cruisers, and previously elite railguns, which all of these units consume electronics. This is why I'm annexing the city of Davao City in Philippines. The annexation is really worth it in the game, as I do not see a lot of players in public maps rely on annexations, because this really boosts your economic production. It's very important, lads. I know it costs a lot, but it is definitely worth it. Look at that. I have 21,000 units of components in my inventory, 320 pieces per hour. You know why? Why is that? Because I annexed 3 component cities. And now as soon as Davao is annexed, you see how my electronics production has been boosted up. Let's upgrade our naval officer to level 4. This episode is mainly about preparations, strategy, about leveling up the units and setting up a strategy, also about resources management. These details are super important in every map, especially when you are playing in solo. Playing in solo means that everyone on the map is your enemy. Also means that you are limited. One nation is very unlikely to stand against a coalition of 5 nations. But if you play it well, expand fast, have a decent economy, you can actually do it. Now I know that the European coalition is very tough. Italy and France, they have a lot of lands and a really boosted up economy production. They might be a huge problem for me later on in this game. But do they have elite railguns? Do they have cruisers? Do they have elite naval patrol aircrafts? Well, I'm going to rely on the specialty of every unit I own. Also, I'm going to rely on my skill set. The hit and run techniques, the detection techniques, etc. etc. Look at this. This is Kazakhstan. He is now eating up Russia. Leaving Kazakhstan improve a lot, expand a lot is very bad for us. Especially that Kazakhstan is with the Europeans now. I know that we are on a peace pact. We have a right of way status together. But that won't last for too long. If his allies will force him to attack me, he will attack me after all. It will be wise from my side to be ready for this dude. Look at that. Letting Kazakhstan take all of Russia will boost his economy too much that he might be a threat for later on. This is why let's move to the Kazakhstan borders. This is the smartest thing I need to do now. I will spread my motorized infantries all over the borders with Kazakhstan. My national guards, my motorized infantries, my artilleries, everything will be ready for him. Especially that this dude is doing the best he can to get Russia from us. I know, he went and rushed all over Russia because he knows that Russia is going to be my next target. Rushing there makes him a competition for me. Yeah, it is obviously a competition. I'm leveling up the level 2, the level 4 aspirated fighters. Yep, I will need it. I will need it for sure. At the same time, I'm going to need to upgrade my mobile launchers. You know why? Because if I will enter in war versus Kazakhstan, this will provoke his allies. His allies, Italy and France, they rely mainly on elite attack aircrafts and strike fighters. If I will provoke them, I need to be prepared for them. And prepared for them, what does it mean? Having air-spirited fighters and mobile launchers. These two can counter easily his strike fighters. But I know, they will be having a decent number of strike fighters, a lot of them. Which I also need to have a lot of mobile launchers. I'm spreading my national guards all over these provinces, so as soon as I declare war, a huge swarm of motorized infantries will enter his lands. If he has air force, he will be confused. He will lose a lot of time attacking them one by one. That, first of all, it will make him reveal himself and the position he's flying from. Second of all, he will take too much time to rely actually on my main land force, which is the radars. My navy is on standby also in the Indian Sea, in the Indian Ocean basically, near the Strait of Skamaka. It is the Strait of, I don't know, between Malaysia and Indonesia. What do you think, guys, that strait is called? The Strait of Malacca. Malacca? I think Malacca, I don't know. Okay. As usual, spreading my naval patrol aircraft around all of those intersections around my nation. I need to locate the Indian attack submarines. Those are crucial and very important. I do not want my cruisers encounter those attack subs. I need to locate them first with my naval patrol aircraft, because those might be the first target to attack in case of a war versus India. Okay guys, now we are on a crossroad. As you see in front of you, we have India, a potential enemy. We have Kazakhstan, a potential enemy. Attacking Kazakhstan will provoke a war versus the Europeans. Attacking India might also provoke a war versus the Europeans. We already conquered New Zealand. What should be our next move? So, judging from your readings about this map, the situation, the leaderboard, etc., what do you recommend me to do? Attack India or attack Kazakhstan, or just wait for further notice? I will let you decide what we shall do in the next episode. Okay, we are at the end of today's episode. We will meet in the next one. I hope you enjoyed these preparations, the economy management and the development of armies. See you guys and bye bye.